All right, guys. Breaking news today. We're coming live because we're talking about the West Memphis 3. So, if you guys aren't familiar with this case, it is a older case, and it is riddled with corruption. All right, it is just the police just ruined this case, and the system just really tried to target three people for the crime without a lot of evidence, and three innocent boys. Okay, and basically what happened is a long time ago. I don't have the evidence and dates. Let's see. Hold on. I know I have some stuff in front of me. Which three teenagers were convicted of killing three boys in 1993, so around the early 90s. This stuff went down. There was three dead bodies found, and the evidence was mysteriously destroyed. And what happened is that there was these three boys in the town that were kind of weird and were kind of like gothic and were kind of like seen and outcasts. And basically they were just in this town full of like conservative white people assholes, and these people just were like, hey, it was probably those people, they're like devil worshiping weirdos. And it was kind of during this time period of like helter skelter, beware of the devil type stuff. And this is all going on in the South, of course, like all of the whole situation is just like so predictable. Yeah, he hopes the evidence could be tested for DNA. DNA was like, I don't think around. The three men spent nearly 17 years in prison before being released in 2012 after entering an Alford plea, pleading guilty while maintaining their innocence, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they had to plead guilty to maintain their innocence and this whole Alford plea bullshit, okay? So the whole case is just wrong. All of it's wrong. The West Memphis Police Department should be completely fired and rehired, sued into the ground. These three men should have been released 17 years ago. Should have never even been to a court date with the inconvenience. They should have never been inconvenienced with a court date. Now, what happens is this. Let me find his name real quick. Chief Pope's resignation is completely unrelated to the police chief resigned recently, okay, because Chief Michael Pope resigned Tuesday, because there's new evidence being linked. So a long time ago they said, oh, there's no evidence, it was mysteriously destroyed, and we can't prove that these boys were innocent or guilty, and it was likely them based on like hearsay. But now, all this time later, this evidence has been like somehow found like perfectly fine, and the police chief retires right before this information comes out. Okay, so the bombshell of the news here, guys, that I'm giving you, 3 minutes in the video, I guess, is that the West Memphis 3 evidence was never destroyed. It was never mysteriously destroyed as we thought all those years ago. This police chief guy's mysteriously resigning because he knows he's fucked and that he's going to go to prison. And ultimately is how this is going to connect back to him. And everybody in the West Memphis Police Department should be scared for their lives. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this YouTube video gets attacked and suppressed, if my voice gets suppressed on this issue. Because guess what, y'all? Guess what? When I go to the West Memphis 3 on YouTube, one day ago, what evidence found of West Memphis 3 case on one news channel. And then other than that, we've got 9 years ago, 4 months ago, 4 months ago, 4 months ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 1 day ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 9 years ago, 5 months ago, 1 year ago, 11 years ago, 4 months ago, 11 years ago. So these are all the posts. And like none of the major news corporations are talking about it. Now when I type it in on Google, you can see that there's stuff coming up, but it's just recently. And new evidence, new access, none of it's like none of the news coverage on it seems to be as damning as it should be, and none of the news seems to be in favor of these boys, and it's always been against these kids. Damien Eccles, all the kids that served 17 years unlawfully in prison. So I'm just saying, like, guys, share this news. Be aware, the West Memphis case, that evidence, it was never mysteriously destroyed. It was more than likely police tampered with that evidence to build upon this case that the town had kind of agreed upon. Let's just throw these kids under the bus for this crime that someone did, and maybe it was even someone in power who killed the original boys. So now it just all comes full circle, And this is terrible, and this is heinous, and I just want these evil people to be stopped, and that's why I make these videos. So please support that cause, at least if you hate me. But if you love me, thank you. And like and smash that like button like it's your girlfriend, and that subscribe button like it's your sneaky link, and share this and make it go viral. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for your time. Always appreciate y'all's time.